cells. Our lesson today is about cells. So, what the meaning of cells? Cells, the cell is the building unit of the body of living organisms. The smallest thing in our body is the cell. So the cell is the building unit, the smallest body or the smallest thing in our body is the cell. We have another definition, the unit of a structure. What the meaning of the unit of a structure? The smallest structure in our body. This is the smallest structure, okay, in our body. The unit of a structure and function. What the meaning of the unit of function? We will know in this lesson that one cell can do all the functions and biological operations in the body. So it has the ability to do all the functions in the body. So we call it the unit of structure and function in the living organisms. Let's start now with classifying the living organisms. We can classify living organisms into two groups. According what? According to the number of cells. So classifying all the living organisms according to the number of cells into two groups. The group number one, multicellular living organisms, and group number two, unicellular living organisms. Group number one, multicellular living organisms, they have a lot of cells, more than one cells. So they are multicellular living organisms. What the meaning of multicellular living organisms? They have a lot of cells, more than one cell. Like what? Like humans, animals, and plants. So humans, animals, and plants, they are multicellular living organisms. What about the unicellular organisms? They have only one cell. They have only one cell. Their body exists of or composed of one cell only. Like what? Like bacteria, like yeast, fungus. They are the unicellular living organism. They have only one cell, like bacteria and yeast, fungus. Let's start with multicellular living organisms. Okay, multicellular living organisms like plants, humans, and animals. Now we will talk more about the plant cell. This is the plant cell. Okay, this is the components of plant cell or the structure of the plant cell. Number one, we will talk about the cell wall. This is the cell wall. The cell wall, the wall from outside the cell. This is the wall which surrounds the plant cell from outside. So this is the cell wall which surrounds the plant cell from outside. Okay, what's the function? This cell wall supports the cell and gives it a definite shape. So the plant cell has a definite shape. Why? Because it has a cell wall. So when I ask the reason, the plant cell has a definite shape because it has a cell wall. So again, the cell wall, the wall outside the plant cell, and it supports the cell and give it the definite shape. Okay? Number two, we have cell membrane or plasma membrane. First, what the difference between membrane and wall? The membrane is the same of the wall, but it has small holes. okay? Like the membrane, but it has small holes, okay? This is like the wall, but it has small holes. Okay, it's the membrane that surrounds the cytoplasm. Where is the membrane, the cell membrane? It's the second line from inside the cell. So first, this is the cell wall, and second, this is the cell membrane. So the cell membrane, it's the membrane that surrounds the cytoplasm. Where is the cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is the fluid or liquid inside the cell. Fluid or liquid inside the cell. The cell membrane surrounds it. Okay? What's the function? It controls substance that enter or leave the cell. It controls the substance that enter or leave the cell. Any substance can't enter the cell or leave the cell without the cell membrane. It controls it when it will enter or when it leave the cell. Here I have a second reason. The cell membrane is very important. Why the cell membrane is very important? Because it controls the substance that enter and leave the cell. Number 3, we have nucleus. Where is the nucleus? This is the nucleus. Okay, this is the nucleus. Okay, what's the function of the nucleus? It organizes the biological operations. So, what's the meaning of biological operations? What are the biological operations? Biological operations, they are respiration, they are the digestion, they are all the important operations in the cell. This is the biological operation. So it organizes the biological operation in the cell. Number 2, it's responsible for the cell division. What the meaning of cell division? What the meaning of cell division? Okay, cell division means if I have one cell, this cell divides into 2 cells. Okay, into 2 cells, like the original cell. And the 2 cells divide into 4 cells. The 2 cells divide into 4 cells. So we call this operation as a cell division. So again, what the meaning of cell division? We have only one cell divide into 2 cells. And the 2 cells divide into 4, and the 4 divide into 8, and so on. So this is the cell division. So again, what is the function of the nucleus? It organizes the biological operations like respiration, like digestion, like all the important operations in the cell. Number 2, it's responsible for the cell division or the cell divide into a larger number of cells. Now, let's move to cytoplasm. Okay, we mentioned it that the cell membrane, it's the membrane which surrounds the cytoplasm. So, where is the cytoplasm? It's a liquid or fluid inside the cell. It's a liquid or fluid inside the cell. Okay? All this liquid or fluid inside the cell, it's a cytoplasm. It's a cytoplasm. So what's the cytoplasm? It's a fluid or liquid that fills the cell. Okay, what's the importance? The the importance of the cytoplasm was a function. All the biological operations, okay, occur in it. So the cytoplasm is the place at which all the biological operations occur in it. All the biological operation which the nucleus responsible for it occur in the cytoplasm. So again, the cytoplasm is the place at which all the biological operations occur. But who is responsible for making or doing all the biological operation? The nucleus. So nucleus responsible for all the biological operation. Where is the place? The place is the cytoplasm at which all the biological operation occur in it. This is the place. So let's move to number 5. Number 5, the chloroplast or green plastids. Chloroplast, where is the chloroplast? Chloroplast, this is the chloroplast, okay? It's an important component in the plant cell, okay? We have a lot of green plastids or chloroplasts in the plant cell. Okay, what is the function of all the green plastids or chloroplasts? It's responsible for making food. Responsible for making food for the green plants. Why? To support the plant cell. How? By absorbing the sunlight during the photosynthesis process. So again, chloroplast or green plastids in the plant cell responsible for making food during the photosynthesis process by absorbing the sunlight. This is the chloroplast. Number 6, the vacuole. This is the vacuole, the white thing inside the plant cell. This is the vacuole, and we have the function. This is all the components of the plant cell. So number 1, we talked about the cell wall. Number 2, we talked about the cell membrane or plasma membrane. Number 3, we talked about the nucleus, okay? Number 4, this is the cytoplasm inside the cell, and the chloroplast or green plastids in the cell, and the last component is the vacuole or subvacuole in the green plants or the plant cell. Okay. Number 2, let's talk about the animal cell. This is the animal cell, okay? Also we have the cytoplasm inside the cell. This is the cytoplasm inside the animal cell, okay? We also have a nucleus. This is the nucleus like the plant cell. So, number 1, cytoplasm. Number 2, nucleus. All these components, we can find it in the animal cell and the plant cell. We have also cell membrane or plasma membrane, okay, from outside. This is the membrane from outside the animal cell, okay. We also have a small vacuole. The small